Uh, Welcome friends. So in this lecture I will talk about one of the quantum mechanical system that is known as harmonic oscillator. So this is called the harmonic oscillator model system. So this harmonic oscillator model system is basically a quantum mechanical model for atom, how they vibrate. This model system will describe that how the atoms vibrate. So what happened in case of diatomic molecular system? In case of diatomic molecular system, we can see that the two atom A and atom B, they are bonded by some kinds of covalent bond. Okay, so we suppose that the r is the distance between the two atom. So this r is basically the internuclear distance between the two atom. So we will try to, in this lecture we will try to figure out what will be the potential energy function, or how the potential energy of this system varies with this internuclear distance. So this function we will try to derive what is the expression of this potential energy function, which is basically function of this internuclear distance. Okay, so there are two boundary conditions that can be imposed on these types of function. So first boundary condition is when the two atoms are very far apart, then there will be no interaction between these two atoms. So at that time the potential energy VR will be zero, as there is no interaction between the atoms, so there will be no force acting on this atom. So these two atoms are two independent moieties, so there will be no potential interaction between these two atoms. So this VR will be zero when r tends to infinity. R tends to infinity means that the distance between the two atoms is very much high. On the other hand, when the atoms are too close to each other, then what happened that the electronic cloud of this atom will try to penetrate each other when the atoms are very close to each other. So at that moment there will be huge electronic repulsion. So due to this huge electronic repulsion, the potential energy will be very high. So when r tends to 0, or the two atoms will are trying to penetrate with each other, at this condition the potential energy function will tends to infinite. So these are the two extreme conditions when the two atoms are very much separated. This is the first condition, and another extreme condition is that when these two atoms are very much close to each other. Now we will try to see that what happened in between them. So when these two atoms are neither very too far apart that there will be no potential energy, or these two atoms are neither too far close so that the potential energy is not equal to infinite. So in that case there will be some local minima of potential. So at that situation the local minima of potential is there, so the potential energy will be minimum. So if we take the first derivative of this potential energy with respect to r at that local minima, we will obtain 0. So the first derivative with respect to r at r is equal to r0 is called the equilibrium bond distance. So what happened at this position? At this position the bond will be much more relaxed. So suppose we are comparing this bond as a spring. So if we try to stretch this spring, the force will try to make this spring to go in this direction. The force will act upon this direction if we try to stretch in this direction. On the other hand, if we try to stretch this spring in this direction, then the force will act in this direction. It will take the atom, try to separate out this atom. So the force will always act so that this atom will reach eventually at this equilibrium position where the distance between the atom will be equal to r0. So the force will always acting on the opposite direction of their stretching of these two bond. So this situation is the most relaxed situation for these types of diatomic molecular system. So that's why the potential energy, we will obtain the minimum potential energy at this point. So that's why the first derivative of the potential energy with respect to the bond distance will be equal to 0 at that position. Now the direction of force, that is Fr, will be equal to minus dV dr. So you can see that the negative sign is due to the reason that the force is acting on the opposite direction of their stretching. So that's why this sign of this force is minus. So at the minima, we will see that the second derivative of this potential energy function with respect to r will be greater than 0 at r is equal to r0. So this is another condition. Okay, so we will try to see that how this potential energy diagram is looking like for a diatomic molecule, and we will try to figure out or model the potential energy function for these types of system. Okay, so this is the potential energy diagram. On the y-axis, this is the potential energy function as a function of r, and this is the x direction, this is r. So the potential energy function will look like this. So as you can see that when r is very small, so the atoms are very close to each other, due to the electronic repulsion, there will be huge steep rise of the potential energy function with this distance. So you can see this curve. Now when the distance between the two atoms will equal to the equilibrium distance, that is equal to r0, then we will reach the potential energy minima. So this is the minima of the potential energy, and the corresponding this energy is the stabilization energy, or sometimes we call it as a bond dissociation energy. This much of energy is needed to dissociate this bond. Okay, after that, if the two bonds are further apart from each other, the potential energy will rises, and when the distance between the two atoms are very large, there will be no interaction between these two atoms. So at that position, the potential energy will be equal to 0. That is this condition, this boundary condition. So this position is like this boundary condition, and this portion is like this boundary condition where the potential energy tends to infinite. So this is the actual system. Now we will try to figure out the potential energy function and try to model this system. So the potential energy function that is being chosen is basically a quadratic polynomial equation. So how this quadratic polynomial equation will look like? The quadratic polynomial equation will look like minus dE plus half k r minus r0 square. So you can see that the minus dE is basically the bond dissociation energy, or the energy needed to dissociate these two bonds to form two separate atoms, and this k is nothing but the second derivative with respect to r at r is equal to r0. So the k is basically the slope of this. So our model system will look like this. You can see this is our model system. It is nothing but it will look like a parabola, and the k is basically slope at this position. So this k is basically slope at this position, at the minima position. K is the slope. Okay, so this is the expression of this k. There is a second derivative with respect to the potential at r is equal to r0. Okay, so now we will try to make this equation more short and more simple. So to make this equation more short and simple, we can replace this r minus r0 by x, where x is basically displacement from the equilibrium position. So r is the bond distance between the two atoms, actual bond distance between the two atoms, and r0 is the bond distance, the equilibrium bond distance when the potential energy is minima, and the difference between the actual bond distance and the equilibrium bond distance is called the displacement function, or the displacement from the equilibrium position. So instead of expressing this potential energy function as a function of the distance, we can express this potential energy as a function of the displacement. It will look like Vx is equal to half kx square. So you can see that we can omit this minus d part, so that our reference point will change from this negative position to 0 position. Our reference point will change, so that's why we can omit this constant part, and our potential energy function become very simple. It is a very simple parabolic system having equation half kx squared. This is the model system, and this is the actual system. So you can see that the potential energy function is half kx square, where k is basically nothing but the curvature of the parabola at r is equal to r0. At the minimum point, the curvature of the parabola is defined as k, or we can say that the k is basically the stiffness of the parabola. So the stiffness of the parabola is decided by the k, and sometimes we call this k value as spring constant. So more is the value of this k, the parabola is more steeper. So this is the potential energy function that is being derived by for these types of harmonic oscillator system. So that's it for this lecture. So if you have any doubts regarding this lecture, you can ask me through the comment section. Thank you.